Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel. My name is Stan, and I am the Shadow Seeker. And in today's video, this will be a reading for my beautiful collective that I channel every Wednesday. And this is a very specific collective that I channel into. So if you are new here, and you would like to extend your beautiful energy to this collective, I do recommend that you like or subscribe. This will allow me to feel your energy and add it to the collective, and you will help co-create the messages that come forward here. So again, thank you all for extending your beautiful high vibrational energy. I do want to let everyone know, though, that this reading will be very different from previous readings that I've done so far. Usually, I utilize both oracle decks and the traditional tarot, but for this specific reading that I'm going to be doing today, I'm only going to be using my oracle cards. The reason for that is because I'm feeling this really intense energy that I'm really feeling from multiple people in the collective. So it's a little overwhelming, to tell you the truth. And so my guides are really asking me to really take it easy here for this particular reading, for me to really protect my energy at this time. But I'm also being really guided from spirit to really share my gift with this collective, but also with whomever this particular video finds. But the intention also is with this channel, a lot of the messages that have been coming through for a lot of the readings have been what I consider to be really healing messages, or messages that will help you align to your highest potential. So that seems to be the running theme for this channel. And I really do hope that these messages reach the people that really need to hear them most. But as a reader, it really is essential for me to protect my energy and really listen to a lot of the advice or a lot of the esoteric knowledge that may be discussed on this channel, particularly when it comes to mindfulness practices. So again, my guides are really asking me to really take it easy. And so this reading might seem a little bit smaller or more direct than other readings from the past. And so let's start here with the What's the Vibe deck. I'm going to be drawing 3 cards. Okay, and so to open this reading, we have the Hopeful card. This card says inspired, optimistic, success. I'm feeling a lot of positive energy. I'm feeling a major shift for the collective. I'm feeling that many people in the collective are really in this state of feeling very optimistic or very happy, or really it's more of this energy of just really feeling that things are going to turn around. I feel as if a lot of people in the collective feel a major shift that's about to happen. So with that said, it almost seems like, and I really have a hard time keeping up with a lot of the astrological events that concur with our day-to-day lives, but I do feel that there has to be some sort of astrological event that is currently happening or will be happening soon. I might need to look this up. Okay, so as I'm looking this up, we do have a partial solar eclipse, and it's going to occur March 29th. So when it comes to solar eclipse, it's a good time for transformation. It's a good time for releasing things that no longer serve you, letting go, so you can pave the way for new growth and transformation. It's also a really good time for reflection and introspection, specifically self-reflection, for a deep understanding of one's life path. And it's also the perfect time for really tapping into your intuition. It's a time for you to really delve deep into yourself. That way, you get to foster your natural intuition that you naturally possess so that you can really connect with your inner wisdom. It's also a time of embracing new possibilities. So, you could be feeling or sensing this type of energy coming into your life right now. You could be really having a heightened sense of awareness when it comes to certain things that are going on in your life at the present moment. And I'm really feeling that for those of you that are feeling this particular way, it feels as if you're hopeful because you know that some major shift or change is about to happen on the horizon for you. There are a few meteor showers that will be happening soon. And in terms of the spiritual context of meteor showers, there's many different interpretations, spiritual interpretations of meteor showers. They center around divine signs and aligning with particular prophecies. We may not really get into that in this particular discussion, in this particular reading, but there are some people that do believe that meteor showers bridge between the physical and the spiritual realms, which would suggest a connection to the divine or specific signs from the universe. Some people also do believe in making wishes or setting the intention to manifest something very specific. So that might connect with you. Now, we are also currently in Mercury retrograde. And so this is a current time for introspection and reflection, but it's also a time to reassess past decisions, past connections. This could also be a time where past connections could be resurfacing in particular ways. You might be experiencing dreams or visions, or you might be reminded about specific connections that hold a particular meaning for you. And those people might also resurface or feel compelled to resurface in a particular way. Again, that might be very specific for a small number of you. In doing so, it opens up the avenue for you to clear misunderstandings and really focus on self care, really putting yourself first. Now, if none of that really connected with you, what's paired with this hopeful card is the narcissist card, but it came out in reversed. And it's usually very rare for these cards to fly out in reversed. But this card says egotistical, opportunist, fragile. So there could be this narcissistic type of energy that's surrounding you at the current moment. And it may look different for many people within the collective. And so, since this card is reversed and it's paired with the hopeful card, I'm really sensing this thread of energy that a few people within the collective are really hoping that they can reconnect with someone that embodied the imagery and the energy of a narcissist. But I'm also sensing there's this thread of energy where you are really hoping or feeling really optimistic about reconciling with someone from the past, or another person is hoping to reconcile with you. But there's also a thread of energy where it feels as if you are really looking forward to what life may look like without this particular individual. So, this is really interesting energy that I'm feeling. It really feels as if a new day has come, that you really are excited about a fresh start or something new occurring without this particular individual, because it feels like this particular energy was holding you back. it feels as if it was weighing you down or locking you in place, or this particular person was like an anchor for you, preventing a lot of expansion and a lot of growth. And so it really feels like you've been set free and that you're really hopeful for what's on the horizon, that you're keeping your options open, that you're really in this flow state of mind. So this is really exciting energy. So this could be very specific for another group of individuals within the collective. Now, the next card is the envy card. It says resentful, competitive, discontent. So there is this type of energy that is currently around you. And I'm sensing that this is really coming from interpersonal relationships. It feels more like it's coming from friends or people that you really thought you were really close with, you really shared a lot with, you really felt as if they had your back, that they were like your right hand man, or someone that you really shared a meaningful connection with. And at this present moment, you're really debating whether or not this is something that you should continue holding on to or you should move away from. And so, this particular energy, it feels a little dicey. It feels a little bit like there's some apprehension about something, about how you want to move forward. But you are the conscious creator of your life. So if you choose to disconnect, that is completely up to you. But if you choose to stay open to the flow state, to allow things to flow naturally, it feels as if things could naturally expand in a particular way where you might naturally expand out of this particular connection because you've made the necessary steps, you've done the inner work, you've done the shadow work, and you really are aligning with your highest potential where this person is being sort of plagued by what it feels like a revolving door. It feels as if like they're going in circles or there's a particular cycle that they haven't broken out of, but you've broken out of that cycle. You've made the conscious steps to align to a higher timeline, to a bigger type of energy, is what it feels like. And so, if this person's not ready to do what it feels like, walk in the same steps as you, walk in the shoes that you've walked in, then you can't force them to do that. They have to grow at their own pace. Okay, so we're going to take this time to shift to another oracle deck here, and I'm going to draw 3 cards as well. And these cards, ooh, wow, they've just kind of flew out of the deck here. So, okay, the first card we have here is the authenticity card. This card says, "Be your divine self at all times. You weren't designed to fit in. Break away from expectations and fully express yourself in your own unique way, and you'll be a magnet for success." This is really beautiful energy here. This is a very specific message. It really feels like this is coming from your highest self or the universe. And I'm feeling as if there's this divine presence, like there's this like guardian angel type of energy or someone that has transitioned that's really been like a strong protector. I'm getting like this knight type of energy, you know, like the way that knights would have a certain level of integrity or devotion to protecting, you know, someone. And so it's like this particular person, it feels as if they've been like your divine protector, like they've been part of your soul tribe, but they've been solely on this mission to really protect you from harm and really help you facilitate a specific type of growth and expansion. And I'm really, you know, mesmerized by this particular imagery of this particular card. We have here an imagery of a peacock. So I'm just going to do a little search here to see what the spiritual meaning of the peacock is and see if this connects with anyone here. Okay, and doing this little search, it says the peacock has many spiritual meanings across different religions and cultures, including rebirth, enlightenment, and beauty. This is definitely the energy that I've been feeling. It really does feel as if you are going through some sort of personal transformation here, some sort of rebirth. The more that you really focus on yourself, the more that you really ground yourself, center yourself, and foster a lot of personal development, is what it feels like. The more you work on yourself, the more you do the inner work, the shadow work, the more you bring to the light a lot of these unconscious elements here and you actually work on them. And the more that you bring your shadow aspects into the consciousness, into the 3D, it's like you're gaining more complete understanding of yourself, your motivations, the way that you react to the world, the way that you unrepress and do not deny a lot of these negative impulses, behaviors, emotions, and that you work through these, that you acknowledge these behaviors. It's like you're gaining a lot of self awareness, you're gaining a lot of emotional growth, you're reducing a lot of self criticism, you're really just aligning to a higher timeline, a highest version of yourself. And so it's like the more that you do this, it's really, changing you drastically, but in a very good sense of that particular word. It's like you're going through this resurrection here. So it really feels very beautiful. And it feels like you're going to be opening yourself up to more grander opportunities. It really feels like you're aligning to some sort of esoteric knowledge along the way as well. So that could be very specific too. You could be learning a lot more about what spirituality looks like for you, whether you align yourself with something that's more traditional, like Christianity, or if you have more of a spiritual view of the world and less, conformity. It just feels like a really beautiful change. It really does. I'm really loving this here. I really hope this really connects with somebody here and that they can feel this particular thread of energy because it just feels really glorious. That's the best way to describe it. Now we have the Let It Go card, and it says you're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you, and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. I feel like that's a very specific message on so many levels for many different people within the collective. There's a lot of negative energy or thought patterns that I feel is really weighing people down in the collective. It's really anchoring you to something and it's really, keeping you immobilized. And so it's really a time for you to really release that type of energy. I'm sensing that a lot of people are holding a lot of resentment for a lot of current and past connections. And this is really a time to really be more open and honest with yourself to identify a lot of what is really truly going on here. And in doing so, this should open up an opportunity for you to express these types of emotions with the other individual or other parties involved. But I do feel like there's a lot of other threads of energy here. And a lot of it feels really convoluted. A lot of it feels really confusing. And I really feel like there's a lot of confusing elements. There's a lot of where you might not really be sure quite of what you're truly feeling because you are holding on to something that really is just not fostering or doing anything to facilitate growth or expansion. And so anything that looks like that in the 3D or anything that feels like that, energetically speaking, it's really time to let that go. So, this is really a good time for you to really look at your mindfulness practices and really, really evaluate those, really get connected to those. Journaling, yoga, going to the gym, anything that gets you grounded and centered anything that really helps you work on yourself, those are the things that are really going to help you really connect with the highest version of yourself, your highest timeline at this present moment. Now we have the card here that says victim mindset. It says you feel the world is against you, and this will only cause you to attract more negative results. Stop the blame and take responsibility for your happiness. Only then will abundance start to flow. That's a very specific message from the universe and from your soul tribe, from your highest self. So please do not take that with a grain of salt. Please, again, let go of whatever is truly holding you back. Whatever pain that you're feeling, let it out. You know, if you have to scream and shout to let it out, if you have to write an angry letter, I was going to say love letter, so there might be some sort of love connection or high level soulmate connection that is really plaguing you right now, a twin flame connection, a karmic connection, whatever it is, let it go. Let it go. Do not let it weigh you down. Do not let it control you. Do not give into it. You know, it's okay to feel these emotions, but when you allow them to really take over, that's when you start seeing a lot of negativity in your life. That's when you start seeing a lot of things that really block your path. And that's exactly what you do not want to align with. Okay, so I'm going to end this reading here. We're going to use my spiritual messages oracle deck to end the reading. Instead of drawing one final card, we'll stick to the theme of three and we'll draw three cards. And these will be specific messages from your soul tribe, your highest self, and the universe. Things that you need to know, things that you need to hear. Okay, and our first message here says, whatever you have been putting off, don't procrastinate any longer. Tackle that long overdue project. You will feel better once you begin. Start with one thing at a time. Thoughts and ideas not acted upon are just laying in wait. You can do this. That's definitely a beautiful message right there. Definitely a direct message from spirit. Definitely something I know I need to hear. So I do feel that this will connect with many different people within the collective, as I feel like I am definitely a conduit for a lot of people's energies, especially the ones that are deeply connected to me. So I do know this will resonate with many people within the collective. Okay, the next message says, self-awareness is key. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most, do that today. This is definitely a message of living in the present moment. So this is definitely a beautiful message here too. And our final message says, instead of pushing yourself so hard, stop, breathe, and reevaluate. You are doing enough. Even if it doesn't feel like it, don't wear yourself out to the point of exhaustion. It is not worth it. Balance your time more wisely. Okay, so that is a very beautiful place to end the reading. I do want to thank everyone for extending their beautiful high vibrational energy to this particular reading, the specific collective that I channel every week, and anyone new that this reading finds. I really do hope that something here really connected with you. And I do want to thank you so much for all of your support. I really feel so honored and so blessed to be able to do these particular readings for you. And I'm really happy that the constant theme here seems to be readings where we really talk about a lot of healing messages. So I'm really thankful for that. I really do hope that this channel can help foster and facilitate a lot of growth and expansion for anyone that finds these readings. I do intend for these readings to be timeless, so I do hope that whenever you do stumble upon them, that there's something here for you and that it will help you. for your current circumstances. So, thank you so much again for joining us in this reading. I really do appreciate it. I am definitely sending you lots of love, light, and happiness. I do hope you have a good remainder of your day or evening, and I will definitely see you in the next episode.